Hello and welcome from the Quality Bicycle Products Warranty and Service Center. Today we're going to show you how to perform the initial setup of your Tacx Fortius or iMagic trainer. Before we get started, take a few minutes to make sure you've got everything you need. Also, before you even take the trainer out of the box, double check that your computer meets the minimum PC requirements. Tacx software requires a modern computer with a fast processor, lots of free memory and disk space, as well as a robust video graphics processor. Double check that your computer will support this software. Now we'll get your trainer situated. Let's get the trainer frame set up by first installing the end caps. Then we'll open the frame. Use the gray lever to release the frame and ensure that the frame legs extend all the way through the main frame structure. Next, we're going to install the engagement lever. This actuates your resistance unit against the rear bike tire. First, put the O-rings on each side of the lever, then mount the lever using the bolt and rubber washers and a Phillips screwdriver. Once you're done, the bolts should be tight, but the lever should move freely. Okay, now we've got to install your resistance unit. Place the unit on the lever's rotating cam and secure it with the bolt and nut. Tighten the bolt and nut down with 13mm box end wrenches, and then check that the engagement lever and resistance unit move freely. If you've purchased and assembled a Tacx steering frame, now we'll attach it to the trainer. You'll need to remove the existing plugs from the steering frame. Place the nut into the steering frame plug. It's important to note here that the short end of the plug goes into the trainer legs and the long end goes into the steering frame. Place the nut in the outside of the plug, otherwise the bolt won't thread properly. Use a 5mm hex wrench to install the bolt. With both plugs installed to the steering frame, you can insert it into the trainer. Notice here we've tilted the frame to show the nut inside. Use a 5mm hex wrench to install the bolt. Next, we'll install the fork mount to the steering frame. Again, using the 5mm hex wrench, install the bolt and washer to the fork mount. To connect the power back to the resistance unit, you'll need to line up the keyed plug with the resistance unit's socket. Once the plug is in, lock it in place by turning clockwise. After switching out your quick release lever for the one provided with the trainer and removing your front wheel, place the rear wheel on the trainer. Make sure to use a trainer specific tire. Flip the blue lever on the non-drive side so it contacts the skewer. Then turn the black knobs on the drive side until the bike's hub is securely held in place. Once this is in place, tighten the inside knob against the trainer frame to lock it. Now we'll install your fork to the steering frame. The frame is adjustable for multiple bike sizes, so keep the bolts loose until the fork is set. Tighten the quick release, then tighten the steering frame bolts with your 5mm hex wrench. Now it's time to adjust your resistance unit. Keep in mind that the knob is reverse threaded. The first step is to adjust the knob so that when the blue lever is engaged, the roller just barely touches the rear tire. After that's set, disengage the lever and turn the knob counterclockwise about 3.5 times. Engage the lever and the resistance unit is set. Now you can mount the handlebar unit. First, plug in the cords to connect the unit to the steering frame, power back, and PC. It attaches to the handlebars with 2 rubber washers. Next, we'll connect the handlebar unit to the power back and then the 1/8 inch cadence sensor plug. To install the cadence sensor, wrap the cord safely around the trainer and the chainstay, then mount it using the provided rubber washer. The magnet goes on the crank arm in a similar fashion. Once these are installed, check the alignment of the magnet and the sensor. There needs to be about 5mm of space or less between them when they're parallel, but not so close that they touch when you're riding. Now just plug the power back in, then connect to your computer with the USB cord. Now your trainer's all ready to go. On behalf of QEP, thanks for watching. Now hop on your bike and go for a ride.